right, this morning in reading with all 5 of you here in the classroom, we're going to do some more test prep. This is a much shorter story, but then it has several different questions that go with it. Okay, so the title of the story is A Backyard Story. Let's look at the questions first. Question 1. What is the setting of the story? Now, the setting can tell us where it takes place, or it might tell us when it takes place. Question 2. He was happy to know that the birdhouse was inhabited. What does inhabited mean? We're going to have to be looking for that word and thinking about how that word is used in the sentences around that sentence to help us figure out what it means. Look at question 3. Which word is a compound word? Well, we're familiar with those, right? So that'll be easy for us. Question 4. What type of word is let's? Do you see how they have that written? Question 5. What is the genre of this, or of the passage? Remember, we've talked about genre before, and those won't be up when we have to take our state testing, you know, those posters that I have over there, but you can look at them today to help you with this for question 5. Question 6, which of these happened before? I want you to underline that word before. Which of these happened before Joe saw a cardinal outside at the bird feeder? So we're going to be paying attention to the events that led up to that part. We're looking at the ones that happened before it, though. Question 7, which words make up the contraction can't? We've talked about that in phonics a lot, haven't we? Question 8, who are the characters in the story? Let's turn the page. Question 9. So they give us four events. Which event comes first in this story? So it's like we have to find the very first one of those 4 that happened in the story. Question 10. What is the author's purpose? Remember, it's either to persuade, that means you're trying to talk the reader into doing something or to feel a certain way. It's to inform, to give facts, factual information, to entertain, or to explain. Question 11. Why are Joe and his family unable to go on their nature walk? So we're going to have to be listening for why they can't go. 12. How many syllables are in the word fascinated? 13. More sequence of events. When Joe wakes up, what does he hope to do? Question 14. What is an antonym? Circle that word, antonym, for the word several. Do you remember what antonym means? Same or opposite? Opposite. So you have to find the opposite word of several. All right, question 15. We still have a lot more questions to read through. Who is the main character? So they want you to identify who the main character is in this story. Question 16. What will Joe do the next time it rains? So we're going to have to listen for that in the story too. Question 17. What is the correct plural form of the word bush? So to make it more than one, think about which one of those makes it correct. 18. Which word is an antonym for the word bright? What did we just say antonym meant? The opposite. So you're finding the opposite word for bright. 19. What is Joe's problem? So we're going to identify, Raylan, are you paying attention? We're going to identify what the problem is that he has in this story. 20. Why was Joe upset at the beginning of the story? Go to that last page then. We have 2 more questions. What does Joe do right after he eats breakfast? And then the last one. What is an antonym? What did we say antonym means? Opposite. What is the opposite of the word male? Now, there's more than one male, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to know the correct way that what this one means. All right, so here's what you're going to do. Let me, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. All right, as you go through these questions, you are either going to underline or highlight. It's up to you. Oh, I need to make that bigger for you, don't I? That's pretty little. Is that easier to read?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops, I can't spell. So these are going to be the questions that you have to highlight or underline in the passage where you found your answers. Okay? So let's go. Let me skip here. 6. 9. I'm going to leave this up on the board for you, okay? 11. 13. 16. 20. And 21. Oops, not 20, 21. There we go. Okay. Remember how we've talked about using text evidence to help us answer questions? Using that text evidence, that's what you're highlighting or underlining. It doesn't matter which one you do. Where you find the answer for these 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yes, 7. All right. Any questions about this? It's like what we've practiced together before. Now I'm just going to have you do this independently. Okay? No questions? Okay, I'm going to have you work on this one by yourself since it's such a short story and I've already gone over all of the questions. Now, if it were a real test, would you be able to ask me for help? Unfortunately, no. but we're practicing these, right? So if you have a question about something, should you ask me on this one? Absolutely, because I'm trying to help you become independent test takers, okay? All right, so are you ready to give it a try on your own? Okay. All right, if there's no questions, then go ahead. If you want to sit around the room, that's fine, but you have to be completely spread out from each other. All right, go ahead and start working.